Oh yeah. Wow. The Nike Vomero Premium. That's a mouthful. Well, this thing just dropped by Nike, and somehow, yet again, I got lucky and scooped them up before they technically even dropped. So these things are $230 that I bought with my own money. Nike, what's going on? So in this video, we're going to cover the new Nike Vomero Premium. Yes, that's a long title, but it seems to sit well with the shoe already, or fit well with the shoe already, should I say. And if you stumbled across this channel, my name is Eric, where I like to do videos on running, life, and business, and everything in between. So guys, I got my hands on these cool new Nikes, right? And one of the things that I've learned over the course of my running, quote-unquote, career, I guess you could call it, journey, I guess you could call it, after running a full marathon and several half marathons, is you have a couple different varieties of shoes, from your daily trainers, your tempo run speed shoe, and then your race day shoe. I don't know if these are going to be race day shoes, but they're kind of geared towards long run shoes. So what we're going to do is we're going to take them out for a test run, and then we're going to talk about what's going on with them, whether or not they're a shoe for you, whether you're doing short runs, long distances, 5Ks, or full-on marathons. All right, I'm going to give you my honest opinion of what I think as a, what I like to call myself, an amateur runner. By no means a pro runner, but I do run pretty regularly. And new shoes are always fun and exciting. So let's test these new Nikes out and see whether or not you should get them, how they fit. And based on my experiences with Nikes in the past, maybe they haven't been so great of a running shoe, but I think Nike is doing something. I think they're putting some money into their shoes, into running, and I'm really liking when the direction that Nike's going. And who's gonna like? We all like Nike deep down. So let's test these things out and see how they compare to all the Asics that I normally like to run with. One other cool little new running gear, I guess you could call it, is this new DJI Nano that I got. We're going to be filming pretty much the rest of this video on this camera, bare bones, no mics, no external mics, just the camera and the vision dock on this extended selfie stick. All right, let's dive in and see how these Nikes work. All right, so we're just basically walking to where we're gonna run, and right away I noticed these things are like sponges, super like bouncy, super spongy, and yeah, I feel like taller already. So kind of like the Nike Alpha Flies, where you just feel elevated, and they're super soft. So they're definitely not like a snappy firm shoe. They're like a super cushy, plushy, like just makes you feel good. Like, ooh, those are comfortable shoes. So that's walking. Let's see what happens when you start running in these shoes that are meant for running. All right, let's get started here. 2 miles down, quick little easy run to test these puppies out. And we have some likes and some dislikes. So let's talk about them. First off, these things right here, like I said, super plush, super grippy, but like running on freaking clouds. Amazing. Like, you probably have never stepped into something as comfortable as these right here. I'm not going to over exaggerate that by any means. I've run in quite a fit of shoes over the last 3 years, and yeah, these are up there with the most comfortable thing I've ever stepped into. But that comes at a cost, and we're not talking about the $230 price tag cost for these Nike Vomero Premiums, but we're talking about the weight. To give you an idea, these things weigh roughly 350-ish, I believe it is, grams. And that's, of course, the shoe weight. I don't know if they mean like the shoe weight, like 350. That seems a little ridiculous, but I'm thinking together, and it was size 10. So these are size 11, men's size 11. So roughly that's what they weigh, not that far off. Now, to give you some context, this DJI Nano right here weighs, I think, like around 125, 150 grams. This, I know for sure, this part right here, the actual camera, only weighs like 73 grams, I think it is. So together, this right here, like if I were to put one of these, like two of these, one on each foot, that's the same equivalence as these shoes right here. So just to give you some idea on the weight of these shoes, if you don't have them or you're thinking about getting them, strap one of these cameras on each one of your feet and run with them, and that'll give you an idea of the weight. Now, is that a deal breaker? Probably not, but it's something to consider, especially if you're going to be doing some long runs, which these are designed for road running. You know, the other thing is, now this I really don't, you know, not really into that much, but it's a 10 millimeter heel to toe drop. So that's a pretty like tall, it's a tall shoe. I mean, all this is foam, your foot is right here, so you're that elevated. Like I said, if you want to get taller while you run, this shoe's for you. In the video right there. But just some other things to consider. The uppers, they're very breathable. I don't know if you can see it, but it's very breathable mesh like up top here. You can feel the airflow. Super cushy tongue, which I'm big on the tongue. I hate when the tongue like goes down as you run. That didn't happen here. And I didn't even do the heel lock when I tied the shoes up. So super like cushy tongue, right? This is all super cush around the ankle. Didn't have any kind of rubbing on the back like I've had with New Balance or any of those other guys. So win for me on that. And then let's talk about the structure, the support on these things, because like with the Nike Alpha Fly 3s, there is not much there. You're gonna break an ankle if you're not careful, but that is a freaking like bullet of a shoe. Talk about light and fast. I mean, if you're looking to haul butt, get that shoe. So this is like your daily trainer, long run is what this thing's designed for, and it did really, really well. Now, granted, we've only put 2 miles on it, so I'm not gonna give it my, like, this is my honest, like, final opinion, because it's only 2 miles. We gotta put some miles on these things before I really know. The weight could dissipate and go away after, like, you know, a couple of miles, but that's just my first, you know, reactions on these things. The support is there. I didn't have any issues with that. Let's talk about the width, because if you watched my other video on the Nike Vomero 18s, as cool as that shoe is and as much hype around that shoe there is, it just, I mean, right here, it killed me. It was so narrow. Didn't happen with this shoe. So if you're one that has not been able to run in Nikes in the past due to the narrowness of them, maybe this will work for you. But I'm just letting you know, based on me, I did not have that happen to where the inside on the arch area right here in the midfoot, it did not rub. I did feel it. I'm not saying I didn't feel it, but you're gonna feel it to a certain degree on every shoe. I feel it on the Asics a little bit, but not really. I've had my foot measured. I've had custom orthotics. I don't necessarily have a wide foot, but I don't necessarily have a narrow foot either. So there's a lot of Nikes in the past actually have just never worked for me. None of them have ever worked for me. The Nike Alpha Flies do seem to work because they're like a sock versus like something like this where there's more structure. But overall first impressions, yeah, these things are freaking awesome. The weight is there on them, and I don't know if that's going to be a deal breaker or not, but just letting you know, the weight is there. The weight is also there in your wallet because these things are coming in at $230 here in US, and that's a good little chunk of change. And I buy all my shoes. I pay for them with my own money. I don't have anything yet. Hint, hint, Nike, holler. But guys, now, is this going to be like my ideal shoe rotation? Not yet. I don't know, because I'm running and I'm training for the current marathon with my Asics, the Super Blast 2s and the Megas. And that's a great shoe rotation for me. This, if you're an Asics person, this is like I would say in the family of the Nimbus. However, this is way more plushy, way more cushy, and obviously a lot taller. But if you're looking for like max cushioning shoe, try them out, see what you think, and let me know in the comments if you're gonna get these shoes, if you plan to buy them, if you pre-ordered them, or if you already have them, what your thoughts are on them. I just got them and I really like them. First impressions, the colors are awesome. Now I'll tell you what, real world applications, say you're not a runner and you want these shoes, this right here is the dream shoe for Disney. And if you're a dad, you know what I'm talking about. You're gonna be snapping necks at Disney. You're gonna be using these as a mouse tool to get you through the park all day long. Freaking lightning lane, everything. I mean, this is a dream shoe for Disney. Is it a dream shoe for long distance running? That's left to be determined, but I know for some it definitely will be. But for me, I don't know yet. It's too early to tell, but I had to have them. They're just beautiful. Look at the colors. Let me know what your thoughts on the colors. Guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give it a thumbs up if you did, and let me know if you're planning on buying them or if you think it's just too much money for these things. I mean, running shoes are not cheap by any means, and if you think they are, you're probably buying the wrong running shoes. I can guarantee you that. But guys, if you want some more videos like this, please let me know, and subscribe if you haven't already, because we have a lot more videos, exciting stuff coming up. I'm feeling better. I'm not sick anymore. And that means time to get back to work, time to get back to training, and just really looking forward to it. So thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.